Hi everyone. So after thinking and praying really hard about what I want to do for the rest of my life, I know I'm a nurse and I love being a nurse, but with all my health issues and everything that has happened, I just don't know if my body can handle being a nurse forever. And so I ventured off to do um, different things and to explore different things. And what's on my mind lately, which actually stemmed from questions that I get at work all the time and questions that I get from random people who find out my story. I just want to now, I guess, promote more of a positive and happy mindset. No matter what you're going through in life, we all have challenges, we all have our struggles, and we all have our backstory. But I just want to promote more of some actionable items that you can do, especially every morning, so that you can always have that positive mindset no matter what happens to you. So I guess what inspired me to do this, every time I go to work, I get questions like, oh my gosh, Niko is so cute. Like, how did you teach him to be so smart? How did you teach him to know what being an entrepreneur is like? Or how did you teach him to just know the words that we say and we don't say, or just all the different things that I post on my stories. I get questions on how I did that or how I taught him to do that. And I used to always downplay, I guess, my role or my part in teaching him. I used to always say, I don't know, he's just naturally smart, or I don't know, he just does that on his own. But the more I reflected on it in the past 2 weeks or so, I reflected on what we do with Niko, what we read to Niko, what we tell him all the time if he's not getting his way or if something bad happens. It's all mindset. And so I also reflected on what we do every morning, which I'm gonna go into a whole video and blog post on our morning routine, but we do a lot of stuff in the morning that I guess we've been doing it for so long and it's just second nature to us that I didn't realize that not everybody does that, or not every parent does that. And maybe that's why Niko is the way he is, because everything we tell him and everything we do for him is more on the positive side. Yes, we tell him no every once in a while, or that he can't do this or can't do that, more for his safety. But if he wants to explore and do something, we let him. And if he falls in the process, then he'll learn for the next time. So that's one thing that inspired me to go about this journey. The other thing that inspired me was my coworkers always ask me questions like, how are you so positive, or how do you tell your story and your challenges and struggles but you're still smiling? And I didn't realize I did that. Maybe it's just a defense mechanism that I'm smiling on the inside, yet I know what I'm going through does bother me sometimes. But again, when I reflected on it, I realized that I do so much personal development since last year, since I was introduced to it and since I learned about it. I do so much in the morning. I read books, I listen to podcasts, I listen to YouTube videos, all on personal development and how I can improve myself, that I guess all these struggles that happen, even though to some people it sounds really big, it doesn't seem to bother me anymore at all. I try to do is, okay, this is a problem. If it does upset me, I get maybe like a minute or two to be upset about it, but then after that, I go and find the solution for it. And I attribute that a lot to my morning routine and the personal development books and podcasts and stuff that I've been listening to. So yeah, there's that. And then the last thing that really inspired me to share and step outside my comfort zone is my friend Dominique. So shout out to Dominique. But we went on a lunch break during a 12-hour shift. And during our lunch break, it was me, her, and 2 other nurses. And she was so excited about this meditation class that she takes now, and she's telling everybody about it. She told me about it when we're teaching a G2 class together. And I was excited because it's all the stuff that I'm into, and it's so cool when you get to meet people who are into the same things as you, and they don't judge you for all this extra stuff that I'm doing, even though I'm not in school or I'm not pursuing another degree. I still study and read on my own. So I was excited to talk to her about it. And as she's sharing about her positive experiences with meditation and mindset, she turns to me and she's like, Leah, you should share with them what you told me and what you do in the morning. It's so cool because ever since you told me about it, now I do it. And so I was shocked. I paused for a second because I didn't know it impacted her that much, but I shared it with my other 2 coworkers, and as I was sharing it, I started crying. I think I started crying because I've never verbalized to anyone, but I mean besides Dom and like a few of our close friends, that exactly what I do in the morning or what I do with Niko every morning and how it's changed my life and my outlook in life, and verbalizing it to other nurses who have a rough time taking care of other people, who sometimes get verbally, emotionally, and physically worked and abused depending on the patients they get. It gets tiring and it gets depressing at times, and so I shared it with my coworkers, exactly what I do in the morning, and then they started tearing up too. And again, I guess I've been doing this for so long now that it was just like second nature to me to do this every morning and to think that other people are doing it. So all those 3 things inspired me to share exactly what I do in the morning and how it's changed my life and my outlook on issues and problems, because we all know, or maybe you don't know, after getting sick, CJ got attacked by his patient and now is on disability. After that, we ended up closing escrow in the house. That back-to-back things are breaking, like our kitchen flooded, the refrigerator stopped working, the washer broke, our garage broke, it flooded into my neighbor's garage, which we had to pay for and fix. And so we pretty much used all our savings and then some. Like, we have credit card bills and debts because of everything going on. Not just that, there's other family issues, like crazy family issues going on, that and all of this is happening at the same time. Recently found out that someone really close to us is not doing well health-wise, and just all these things are happening at the same time. And sometimes when my coworkers realize or hear about it, they question, like, how are you still so positive and smiling? Even if you have a bad day at work, you're still smiling. And this is why. My morning routine, the books, the podcasts, the YouTube videos that I listen to every morning, and then I apply everything that I learn, and not only that, I teach it to Niko. And when I was talking to Dom, it really inspired me to want to do something for kids so that they have a more positive mindset as they grow up. Because if you look at everybody's issues, it all stems from childhood. Like, they all have something that happened to them when they were kids that they bring into adult life, and then they have trouble coping and they have trouble seeing the positive things in life, and then depression happens. So I'm really big on trying to find the root cause in things, because when I was sick, we were putting band-aid after band-aid, medication after medication, and not really finding the root cause of why I was sick. So now, in terms of mindset and in terms of human behavior as they get older, I want to find the root solution, I guess, as to how to help people start when they're really young and grow up having that positive mindset already. So if anything happens in life, it doesn't lead to depression right away. They know how to cope with it, and they know how to not dwell on the problem but find a solution. So yeah, that's just, I just wanted to share why I feel so inspired to share my morning routine and all the posts that are about to come soon. I just wanted to open up a little bit because this is totally outside of my comfort zone. I feel weird right now sitting in my bedroom talking to camera, but this is something I want more people to do so that everybody around us is positive. Not just the few here and there trying to be positive, and then everybody's having a hard time during their day and they don't know how to cope. So I hope this can inspire other people to change their habits that will pave a way to a positive life. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. If you got this far, look on my bio for a link to my YouTube, and then look to my bio later on. I'll switch it to my blog, which is livelifeloveleah.com. And I appreciate all your guys' support through this whole process, from my health to now totally switching my mindset and just putting myself out there and wanting to serve you guys as much as I can. All right, have a good day, everybody.